Hi everyone, I'm David Wojcik and this is MBOT TV. Stories we covered this week: MBOT and the OCC visit Queen's Park for Advocacy Day. Budding entrepreneurs compete for a coveted UTM iCube prize. White Oak Lincoln unveils new vehicles for the 2020 model year, and a Made in Mississauga company celebrates 100 years. Welcome to MBOT TV, a weekly recap of what happened in business at the Mississauga Board of Trade and around the city of Mississauga. Let's dive in. First up, our series on the corporate execution gap. Here's Fred Pitsadney from Focus Management with our Guru Gab tip of the week on game changers and how they affect your execution strategy.
Thanks, David. What really matters most for the future success of your business? Identifying the 2 to 3 things that will separate you from your competitors in ways that matter is at the root of creating strategic advantage. And it's not simply about being better, it's also about being unique. What will separate you from others? Why should buyers choose you as a provider? Your value proposition needs to express what you bring to your customer and say it in a way that emphasizes your uniqueness. Listen to this value proposition. Unlike breakfast bars and cereals, our Brekkie bar tastes like a full cooked breakfast but has no fat and no sugars. You can eat it anywhere. Even the wrapper can be consumed. The company had 2 focus areas that helped to develop Brekkie bars: product innovation and zero waste. The resulting product is healthier for the consumer and it contributes to a healthier environment. What are the 2 to 3 focus areas that will lead you to not only a better product or service, but one that is different in ways that matter? What are your game changers? Make it happen.
Thanks, Fred. Budding entrepreneurs gathered at the University of Toronto, Mississauga for the Pitch 19 competition. We were there to bring you the story.
Tonight is our iCube Pitch 19 event, and this is our annual event where we highlight the top teams that have been doing really well in the program. They've already been judged, and we narrowed it down to our top 10, and tonight you're actually going to see the top 3 teams that'll be moving forward, and you'll find out who the winners are, the big prize money.
I'm really excited to be here at UTM to see what iCube's been working on from a company team perspective. We're here to hear some pitches for companies that want to grow and become viable contributors to our local economy.
We have companies developing different devices for when you have an injury, for rehabilitation of your parts that you injured yourself, your arm, your shoulder, different parts of your body.
Car enthusiasts get excited as talk of next year's models start to surface. White Oak Lincoln held a private event last week to show off some current models and tease us with one that is in the making.
Well, we invited all our customers over the past 8 years that have purchased a Lincoln from the store or serviced that at our service department. We're going to see something special. It's the future of Lincoln. Lincoln's done a wonderful job redesigning it. We started off with the Navigator that we introduced last year, and now this year we're going to introduce the new Aviator. Yes, the MKC changes to the Corsair, which is going to be the baby version of the Navigator. So we're looking forward to it, and it should be a very, very hot vehicle. When you hear the audio system of this car, it is unbelievable. And I'm a technology junkie, and the new technology coming into these cars are unbelievable.
It's not every day you celebrate a 100th anniversary. 2019 marks such a date for Mississauga-based Peel Scrap Metal. We visited the site and spoke with co-owner Gary Dvorkin to find out more about this company and how it has thrived over the years.
Well, my grandfather came from Russia. It's Belarus now, but it was Russia in 1912. He came to Canada, and he came by himself. He couldn't get the family here with him. He didn't have enough money at the time. So when he got here, he found some work to get some money to bring the family over. And then in Russia, they were in the horse and cattle business, so he knew there was a value to old bones. And they sold all the old bones into Chicago. He got paid for old bones. And I guess my family's here because of Old Bones. And they started dealing mostly originally in hides and furs. There was quotas on the furs at the time, the prices fluctuate. So prices were down and they decided to go more into metals. And the company when it started was Western Hide and Fur. Changed to Western Hide and Junk when they got more into metals. Later on changed to Canadian Junk when they basically got out of hides and furs. And then in the 1950s went to Calgary Metal. So I moved out here in 1985 and worked for another scrap company for 4 years. And then in 1990 opened Peel Scrap Metal with my brother-in-law Jeff Schaefer. But as well, in the 70s, the word recycling came in the dictionary. And people started to think that recycling was important. And made me think, well, what happened if our scrap company wasn't there? Where would all that metal go? Recycling the metal, you save having to create mines to get more metal out of the ground. But it's much cheaper to melt scrap than it is to melt metal from a mine. So say with scrap aluminum, it takes about 1/10 the electrical energy to melt recycled aluminum than it does to melt aluminum ore. It makes me really proud to know that people look at Peel Scrap and have faith that we're going to treat them well and they can just come here and trust us.
Still to come is our political update with Brad Butt, who reports on pending relief from high electricity pricing, and our upcoming events listing with Stephanie Giorgio. But first, are you looking for ways to save money on your employee benefits? The Chamber Plan can help.
The Chamber's plan now offers employee benefit programs with greater selection, higher coverage levels, and more value than ever before. Take another look and see why we're the choice of more small businesses than any other plan in Canada. The Chamber's plan. It's for your benefit.
The 2019 edition of MBOT's annual magazine and directory is in the works. This directory is an excellent way for you to gain recognition for your business. For more information, call 905-273-6151, press 0, and speak to your membership services manager today. Now for our political update, here's our Vice President of Government and Stakeholder Relations, Brad Butt. Brad?
Well, thanks, David. Last week, MBOT, along with 50 other boards of trade and chambers of commerce, participated in the annual Ontario Chamber of Commerce Advocacy Day at Queen's Park. This gives us the opportunity for face-to-face meetings with ministers, deputy ministers, and MPPs to discuss important issues to Ontario's business community. Focus continues to be on tax competitiveness, skilled labor and training, and red tape regulation reduction. The PC Government of Ontario continues to use the slogan that Ontario is open for business, but it's important to keep their feet to the fire. At the same time, the opposition plays an important role in keeping the government to account, and I was pleasantly surprised at the positive interactions with NDP MPPs in their support for issues of concern to business. Well, April 1st marked the first day of the federal government's new carbon tax program on provinces that do not have one of their own, including Ontario. While the opposition parties decry that this is a tax on everything, the federal government has said that rebate checks will go back to people to offset this program. Businesses, however, are in a wait-and-see mode as to what effect this will have on them. The Ontario government has launched consultations on industrial electricity pricing. The high cost of electricity has been cited by many large industrial plants as a disincentive to stay or locate in Ontario. The consultation started April 1st and it lasts for 60 days. In the last week, the Government of Ontario announced considerable investments in transportation, including $1.3 billion for highways, improved GO train service on the lines that service the greater Mississauga area, and the beginning and the uploading of the expansion of the TTC subway system, including future service into Mississauga through the Eglinton LRT. Well, the City of Mississauga has developed a new fire risk mitigation plan. The plan encourages building owners and managers to understand the requirements of the Ontario Fire Code while giving those tools to ensure the building meets those standards. The plan is to inspect every high-rise, mid-rise, commercial, and industrial building in Mississauga, either annually or every 2 years, depending on the risk, said Fire Chief and Director of Emergency Management, Tim Beckett. Well, you can join Chief Beckett at the MBOT offices this Friday morning to learn more. Go to mbot.com/events to register. Mississauga City Council has endorsed in principle its position that the city should become a standalone single-tier municipal government following the province's review of regional government. A motion by Mayor Bonnie Crombie has been unanimously supported, and the position will now go to a public meeting scheduled for Monday, April 8th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers. The meeting is open to all, and MBOT will again present its position in support of a single-tier standalone government. And as you are driving around Mississauga, you will start to notice new digital signs on the CP Rail overpasses that have been approved by City Council. MBOT spoke in support of these new signs last year, and we are pleased to see them installed. Great advertising opportunities for Mississauga businesses going forward. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Brad. With a listing of our upcoming events, here's our events manager, Stephanie Giorgio. Stephanie.
Thanks, David, and here's what's coming up at your Mississauga Board of Trade. On April 9th, we're at the Monte Carlo Inn for the 2019 Economic Outlook. Robert Hogue, RBC's senior economist, discusses the 2019 budget and Mississauga's and Ontario's economic outlook. On April 10th, Good Morning Mississauga is at Bray Bend Golf Course. We have a special feature this month, Selling Your Business Without the Scars. Come listen to our expert panel providing tips and lessons on what to do and what to avoid as you consider, plan, endure, and complete a sales process. On April 18th, we welcome Minister Victor Fedeli. Join us for a luncheon at the Mississauga Convention Centre, where the Ontario Minister of Finance will deliver remarks following the 2019 Ontario budget. On April 24th, join us at C Banquets for a unique opportunity in bringing together key political, business, and community leaders in Mississauga to meet, network, share ideas and information in a relaxed and social setting, and to express our appreciation to those that represent us in the political office. On April 25th, join us at the 4 Points by Sheridan for our professional development series. Join us for an educational session on customer retention. Here, 4 keynote speakers present on how to retain your clients, increase the lifeline of your client, and form relationships. And save the date for our annual Golf Classic, Dine, Dine, and Network. On June 24th, we tee off at Lionhead Golf for 9 holes of fun. Whether you're a golfer or not, this event has something for you. Can't make golf? No problem. Join us for dinner, big prizes, and our legendary silent auction. Grand prize of a big screen TV and a live auction for 2 airline tickets. Back to you, David.
Thanks, Stephanie. If you have any questions about how to make a nomination for our Awards of Excellence, register for an event, increase awareness for your business, or have your company featured on MBOT TV, contact your membership services manager by calling 905-273-6151, press 0 and get connected. Details about these stories and events are available at www.mbot.com. Until next week, this is David Wojcik wishing you continued success in your business.